Hey, aloha everyone, Michelle with Blossom Inner Wellness and StandTogetherHawaii.com. And I want to let you know that the Hawaii, even though a lot of us contacted our representatives and legislators about the amended central bank digital currency bill, House Bill 525, which is the Uniform Commercial Code bill, they passed it. So what does this mean? This means it's going to go to the governor, and I believe it's June 27th that we have until he can veto it. I'm going to double check this week and I'll send another video out about that. So this isn't over, and we have to know again, what is central bank digital currency? What is this uniform commercial code about? Well, Title A of the bill literally states controllable electronic records. This means your electronic records, your digital currency, anything that you buy with an ATM card or online, anything that does not use cash can be programmed, traced, tracked, and controlled by the central banks, the government, and their partners. So we don't want this. Nigeria had this, and they started, they literally were protesting at the banks. They were taking their money out in Nigeria and France. French people were taking their money out of the banks using cash. They were demanding that cash come back. Nigeria was demanding that cash come back. And why? Because this takes away privacy. It takes away our liberty. And it absolutely is an overreach of the central banks and the government in a huge scale. Like, this will be the end of freedom for our children and our grandchildren and their grandchildren. This is it. So if you're thinking, oh, I don't need to do anything about this, think again, because if it's not you, who is it going to be? And if it's not going to be your child, you know, by the time they're our age or they're grown up, it's game over. So here's what we're going to do, or here's what I suggest, is that we're going to contact all of the representatives. I believe there were 7 representatives that voted no for this, and I actually think we should contact them all and say, contact the governor and tell him to veto this bill. Veto this bill. And we're also going to contact the governor. So all those links are below. The people who voted no, call them up. I think there's 7 of them. Email them, and we're going to do this every single week until the time is up. If he does nothing, if the governor does nothing, it passes. He can also sign it into law and it'll pass. So he has to literally sign it, veto it, for this to stop. So I just, you know, sometimes I get really frustrated and scared and fear, but I know 2 things. I know I know, one, that this really is a movie. Like, when I look at my life and I look at all of everything and the beautiful world that we live in, I know that for whatever reason my soul said, Michelle, you're going to come to this time in history and you're going to be inspired to do this work. And that's my kuleana. That's what I'm here to do. So this is a movie, and whatever happens, I just trust in this higher power, and I'm just breathing through it just like everybody else. So is this a challenging time for us? Let's come together. StandTogetherHawaii.com is this website I started. That's it. So I had to take a day off yesterday because I was really saddened by what happened and frustrated. But it's just this game that we decided to come play on a higher scale, on a challenging scale. And we can all do this. We're going to do this together. Okay. So just pick up your phone, call those representatives, tell them please contact the governor. And I'm going to leave a link to all of the representatives. And throughout your day, call 1 or 2 every now and then and say, hey, I really want you to change your mind about your decision, and please contact the governor about this bill. You know, I think it was Senator Rhodes or House Representative Rhodes thought this is a housekeeping bill. This is not a housekeeping bill. It's so far from housekeeping. If it was housekeeping, we wouldn't say controllable electronic records. This means they will control our electronic records. And then there was another one, I can't remember his name, just with an E. He said that, 700 people who opposed this bill didn't read the bill. I don't think he read it, because they never read their bills. This was over 200 pages, or I think almost 200 pages in this bill. And these representatives of ours, all they do is they vote as their party votes. Most of the time, they don't even read the bill, especially a 200-page bill. So we read enough. We read enough to see what's happening. We see what's happening in the world with central bank digital currencies trying to go out in all kinds of countries. Nigeria, France, I think Switzerland as well. But we know what's happening. We know what's going on. And we say no. We do not comply. And that's our power. Our power is do not comply. So is it scary? Yeah. But just, it's like there's something inside of you that knows what to do, that knows what's right. And those people who are still questioning things, I wonder about you guys. But each one of us is here to do what we're here to do. So call those people below in the description and email them. And we're going to do this every single week. So please share this video, like and share it, and join StandTogetherHawaii.com. Okay, much love.